Ooh. That's why, look at the smile on my face. That's why it's great to print your own work. My favourite image from last year, from the New Forest obviously, and the colours are just, it's obviously it was in autumn, but wow, it's just absolutely fantastic to see your work on paper in front of you. You can really examine it and oh, that looks fantastic. So chuffed. As you can tell, I wanted to save this for now. It's the first time I printed this off. I've finally got my act together and downloaded the printer profiles from, I'll just pop that down. Just downloaded my printer profiles, my printer profile pack from FOTOSPEED. Incidentally, FOTOSPEED reached out some time ago now, nearly sort of February, March time, asked me if I wanted to try some of their papers, their luster papers. And obviously, they sent me 4 different types, Platinum Burrito, which is sort of semi-gloss, and then 3 textured papers of different mass, if you like, different variety of textures, and basically more aimed at my woodland and my landscapes, because it really does bring out the textures. Like on this piece, obviously there's a lot of fern and bits, and you can really, I'll run some B-roll now, but you can really see all the textures in the ferns and the individual leaves, and it's fantastic. And because it was a long exposure, the water's smoothed off, and you've got some nice reflections in the bark, in the trees, in that oak in the background, and it's just brought it to life. It really has. But anyway, yeah. So downloaded the profile pack. You print off, because they sent me 4 different varieties of paper. You print off a test sheet, a colour chart on each of them individual papers. You obviously then note it down which paper is which. You post that back to FOTOSPEED. The guys then kindly scan each individual textured paper in, and then they provide you with your personal profile for that particular paper that's off your printer. Obviously, I've done monitor calibration on the laptop, so I know my colours are right. And I know that whatever I see on the screen with that profile for that paper is going to be exactly what comes off the printer. And it's fantastic. And that just goes to prove that it works 100%, because the colours on there are exactly the same as what I'm seeing on the screen. And wow, that's fantastic. I'm pleased I saved this moment to print it off. And I've just been waiting before I hit record, because the printer's quite noisy and I didn't want it to come over on the microphone. But yeah, it's just finished that off, and colours are absolutely fantastic. And yeah, that's definitely, I went for this one because it's my favourite image from last year. And the reason I wanted to talk about printing was, I'm sure, like me, you guys, sometimes you sit down, you get a bit of time to get your hard drive out, go through some of your sessions, some of your favourite sessions, whether it's landscapes or aviation or sport, whatever it might be, and you go across them, you go through them images, and you bring up the proper, the real crackers that you've took, and it gives you that feeling of back being there, and you think, oh wow, what a great day that was. And then something else happens, you turn the hard drive off, you turn the laptop off, and those memories are forgotten again for another 3 or 4 months until you get that hard drive out again. And I wanted to remember those memories. I wanted to feel where I was more often, and there's no better way than printing it off and framing it in a quality frame and putting it on the wall in your kitchen or in your house, in the living room, in the dining room. And then instead of waiting 3 or 4 months to go on that hard drive to get your images up on the computer to get that wow factor back, every time you walk in your house, you can just look at that image, and instantly it brings them feelings back. And I mean, as you guys know, I really did fall in love with the New Forest, and I could just get myself lost in there for hours. And now I'm going to get this printed, get this framed, get it on the wall, and then every time I walk in the house, I can have a quick glance at that. I can instantly remember them memories and the feelings of being in the woodland, and it's there forever on the wall until you want to change the print or whatever, to one of your other memories. And I mean, I'm so pleased I invested in this printer. It's a Canon 1000, Canon Pro 1000 printer, by the way, and took a lot of saving up for. Prints up to A2, and combine that now with the FOTOSPEED papers, which I'm so happy with, so chuffed with. And I'll run some B-roll of the various textures, the 4 different papers that I've got. I'll run that now just to show you best I can in the light that I've got here. And yeah, the textured paper really does bring out the woodland scene. You can really almost feel, you can see the textures of the ferns and the water and the bark on the trees, you know. And yeah, I'm well chuffed with the service. I say I sent off the A4 colour charts, and I think it was 2 days, Tim at FOTOSPEED had emailed me back my profiles. I loaded them up into Photoshop, and now whenever I hit the print button, I go into the drop down menu and I just choose the certain profile for that paper that I'm going to print on, and whatever I see on the screen is exactly what comes off on that paper. And I can't recommend FOTOSPEED highly enough. Fantastic service, the guys, and after sales service as well, and their papers are at really competitive rates, so I'd really highly recommend giving the guys a visit on their website. I've put all the links in the description below to FOTOSPEED. Give them guys a shout, try out their papers. You can order a test pack for yourselves to have a look and, you know, have a feel of the paper and see what you want before you order those bigger papers. Obviously these are at A3. Now I am going to pop this on my website at a really discounted price just to try and get my printer working back for me. And yeah, that's going to be on the website. I'll just hold that up again for you. I'm going to offer them at A3, which is this size, and A2, because the Pro 1000 prints up to A2. They're going to be on my website. I'll put a link in the description below for that. Real discounted price. Obviously, there's a load more images on there, but I'm really excited now I've got my printer running that when I'm out vlogging, instead of saying to you guys, right, thanks for watching, see you next week, cheers, if I get a really nice portfolio image from that certain trip, I can say, right, let's go and print this off and see what it looks like on paper. And I'm really looking forward to ending some of my vlogs when I've got some nice images, printing off the work, you know, and showing you it, and then adding it to my portfolio and popping it on the wall as well if I get some nice stuff. I mean, I haven't even printed off some of the groins yet from Hunstanton, but I'm sure they'd go really well. Probably on the Platinum Burrito on the semi-gloss. Might look really nice. But I'll try that out later. But I'm really excited to finally be printing. I should have done it months ago, but I've been really busy. But I say the lads at FOTOSPEED have been super quick, got my profiles back within a couple of days, whacked them into Photoshop, and away we go. But yeah, absolutely chuffed to be printing. So yeah, just a quick one today, guys, but highly recommend printing your images. And that is the final stage of your photography to actually feel. I mean, that is giving me, just looking at this now and holding it, it's all right looking on the screen, but actually holding it, I can't explain the difference in feeling to actually holding your work. It's fantastic. And it's the detail and this textured paper, it's absolutely fantastic. And I look into that and instantly I'm getting lost back on. I can remember, it's bringing back the memories of being there and seeing this. I was walking through the forest, New Forest, and I just saw this composition and it just stopped me. 10 minutes of composing it and yeah, and obviously a bit of post-process, and wow, yeah, I do miss the old New Forest, but yeah, it's fantastic. Just to hold it, it's absolutely great. I love it. But anyway, you can probably tell. Right, I'm going to get on printing some more of my work now, and need to find a good framers next. That'll be another video when I get this framed perhaps, but I'll have to go and look for some framers now. But anyway, I'm babbling on. Thanks ever so much for watching, guys. Do leave any comments below about printing, and if I've forgotten to mention anything, you know, the profiles and the papers and FOTOSPEED and whatever, either get hold of the guys at FOTOSPEED. I know they're more than happy to help, and or list any questions below, and I'll be more than happy to help. And yeah, brilliant. Thanks ever so much for watching, guys. Have a great week and catch up next Sunday. See you later. Take care. you.